everyone. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different right now. I'm going to be doing a review from a game that was released last year, actually. And as the title suggests up there, Skyrim is the topic. The Elder Scrolls V, or 5, in Roman numerals. So, when I first got Skyrim, I had never played an Elder Scrolls game. At all. Ever. I had watched my friend, or listened to my friend, go on and on and on about how awesome Morrowind was, but it was for the Xbox, and I grew up with a PlayStation 2, so I wasn't able to play it until I got a 360, by which time I already had so many other games that I didn't really remember it, so, to be honest. But, my first exposure to these games was Skyrim right here. So let me start off by saying I was addicted to this game for about a week. Some of the things that really turned me on to this game were its vast, wide open areas, physics-defying horses. Come on, you gotta admit, although it's completely, totally unrealistic, it was fucking awesome. So just climbing up a mountain with a horse. And level ups were very simple and well done. Although I've gotta say, now that I've actually played Morrowind, I kinda like the complexity of it. So, delving further into the review, some of the great things about it: graphics. From afar, everything looks just gorgeous, beautiful, and lush. The water effects are just great. And there are plenty of classes, plenty of character classes for you just to delve right into and what's customize. I almost said complexidize. That's not even a word, but to customize, you can customize pretty much anything. And I don't remember the exact amount of armor slots where you can like equip stuff. I don't know the exact amount of equip slots, but I remember it was a good amount. So lots of variety there, lots of different armors. Smithing is easier, and it's a really good game, to be honest, and there's not really much to say about it. That, everything else aside though, when it was first released, it was nowhere near as good as it is now. They released a few patches that fixed some bugs and glitches. There was an infamous glitch, actually, that I heard about, and I don't know if it's true or not, because this is a story online, but there was this glitch where you go into a bar in Riften, right? And you do something, and you walk out, and there'll be, like, trees on fire, and this guy saying, "Please help me, my son is being murdered," or something like that. And you'll basically be passive and say, you know, well, fuck you, whatever. It is good that he is dying. I mean, not fuck you, but it'd be like something like death only wanders. I don't know. But, that's some pretty heavy shit. And, like, he said there were, like, bloody corpses everywhere, but, it sounds a little bit like a tall tale, to be honest. But all that aside, as I said before, Skyrim has its fair share of glitches. I mean, I was underwater, upside down, but it looked like I was exploring the underneath the city. And I've been stuck in walls plenty of times. It's just, it gets to be a little bit much after a while. I mean, the gameplay, the core aesthetics of the game are just phenomenal. And it would keep you on your toes, and you just want to go explore everything, and it's the gameplay is vast, and the area that you explore is just very, very filled with some good things to explore and discover, and it actually makes a really big deal out of when you discover something. It'll be like, discovered this, you discovered this. So aside from the glitches, I think it's a pretty reasonably good game. I mean, I don't know, it's just those glitches kind of get in the way of the gameplay, which is the core element. So, but aside from the glitches, those have been fixed, actually, in recent patches, and the load times, which is another thing I'll get into later, have been shortened, because that was another thing that kind of turned me off to playing after a week or so, was the load times. I mean, huge turnoff. I gotta admit, huge, probably the worst turnoff to exploring a game is if you have to wait 30 seconds to a minute just to go inside a house or just to explore a cave. I mean, in Morrowind, it was instant. You just walk in, there it is, bam, you know? Sometimes you might have to load the exterior or the interior, but there was a little bar that actually told you how long you had to wait. In Skyrim, no such luck. There's a pretty little graphic on a black, on a black screen. Not that that's a bad thing, but I personally would like to know how long I'm waiting. So, other than that, in the beginning, when it was first released, there were tons of issues that went unresolved until around 3 months ago, actually, as far as I can tell, because I kind of gave up on it after a while. But as soon as I started playing again, I was hooked all over again. I fell in love with it all over again. So, on to the actual gameplay and how the game is played, basically. It's your typical action RPG. You get your sword, your shield, and your magicka, as they call it in the Elder Scrolls. So, you're doing certain quests, and the game actually has places a strong emphasis on dragons, which is something that never appeared in an Elder Scrolls game before, because they were actually extinct, and they were brought back to life somehow. I haven't finished the main story yet. Right about now I'm doing the Dark Brotherhood stuff, so yeah. It's pretty fun. It's just one thing that really gets me about this game is it seems like it babies you. I mean, there are books that tell you exactly where to go, where the secrets are, what to do, and on your map you can just fast travel everywhere without even having to explore anything. And to me, at least, that just kind of takes the fun out of it a little bit. I like to explore. I don't want to take the easy way out. So that's kind of a turnoff. And aside from that, here it is again. The back cover, it is M, so Morrowind is T. Oblivion used to be T, then it got changed to M for some reason. I didn't really do my research on that, but was I getting at? Oh yeah, catering to noobs. This game has kind of the tendency to baby you or tell you like when you're discovering something, lets you fast travel wherever you want, and it kind of takes the fun out of it because you don't really explore these areas and find them for yourself. I mean, and some of these quests are just go from this town to that town, deliver the message, done, and then come back. And some people will just fast travel to the closest place or take the carriage, or as it is in this game, or just take a horse or something. But not that taking a horse is bad. It's just like the carriage and fast traveling are just kind of, in my opinion, catering to noobs. That and the little marker with the meter on it that says how close you are, like it'll count down from say 1,000 meters and say this is how close you are, this is where you need to go. And to be honest, Assassin's Creed 3 suffered the same problem. It had that meter that just catered to noobs in all aspects of the game. And I failed to mention that in my review, but I'm mentioning it now. That kind of pisses me off. I feel insulted as a gamer. Actually, I feel insulted when the developer thinks that I need this Call of Duty-like marker to tell me where to go, what to do, and how to do it. It takes the freedom right out of it. You're supposed to be free to play the game how you want to do it. And I guess it's not too big of an issue, but it's still there. So I'm going to be doing more of these reviews in the next couple weeks because I don't know, the only 2011 game I reviewed was Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, and I don't know, I just want to have a little bit more since I did start this channel about 5 months ago. So be prepared for some classics, I guess. But that's for another time. Probably review Morrowind sometime. But overall, Skyrim has gotten a lot better. But I do think that Bethesda shouldn't release a game or anyone, no one should release a game with the mentality of, oh, if they don't like it, we'll fix it with a patch later. I mean, they should fine-tune it to the best of their ability and just release it now, or just release it as soon as they think it's pretty much perfect and polished up. They should beta test it and just polish everything off. So that's about all I have for it. In my original review on Metacritic, I harshly graded it a 6 out of 10 because of all the glitches, and it stopped me from playing it. But when I actually got back into it and found that most of the glitches had disappeared, I rated it 8 out of 10 on Metacritic. I redid my review, but for this purpose, since I can actually express my true opinion, I'd probably rate it an 8.7 out of 10. Solid 8.7. Because while it's not the best Elder Scrolls in my opinion, it is certainly up there. It is a really good game, and you guys should buy it if you haven't already. Check it out. Perfect time to do so, because mainly all the glitches are gone. They're worked out. So, till next time, see you later. Thanks for watching.